Bonjour everyone, a little video special for all of you that are watching Netflix. And this time when we're all stuck at home, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are watching a lot of series. So if you are slouched sometime into your couch, eating chippies or whatever you're into, whatever you fancy, this will really help you at strengthening the core region, open the posture, reopen around the hip flexors and the front of the hip, and create some energy for you. So come and join me on the mat. As always, like, subscribe and share to your friends, and see you soon. Bye. Beautiful. So just coming into a kneeling position, just like me. Sitting onto your heels, placing palms of the hands onto your thighs, closing your eyes, finding a very long spine with this lift of the pelvic floor and the lower abdomen. Lifts the chest, the sternum, keeps the shoulders open and relaxed. Relax the jaws. Quiet the back of the eyes. Starting to create this Ujjayi breath, a little hissing sound at the back of the throat. And then same length and depth of inhale to your exhales. We'll just start with a little bit of movement in through the pelvis, rocking forward and back. So first place hands to hips. And then rocking the pelvis forward and back so you feel the action into the sacrum, the hips. And we'll start to add the chest and the head movement, like a cat-cow position, but into a kneeling position. Then we'll interlace your fingers as you inhale, extend the arms up, looking up. And as you breathe out, push the hands forward, rounding the back body, tucking chin to chest. Inhale as you look up, opening the front body, the shoulders. Exhale as you round fully, pushing hands forward. Again, inhale, looking up. And exhale, rounding fully. One last time, inhale, lengthening up and embracing hands. Coming hands to the floor, really spread the fingers nice and wide. We'll do a little bit of movement into the wrist here. So keep your palms active and flat, and then rolling. Take some rotation to the left and right so you find a movement into the wrist. Then we'll flick the fingertips towards yourself. We'll keep the action underneath the armpit, pushing the ground away. And then coming toward the palms and fingertips so you feel more stretch into the forearms, palms of the hands and fingertips. Feel free to move around a little bit like me, bringing hips toward heels slightly so you feel more stretch into the fingertips. Then we'll flick the palm over, this time to the top of the hands, fingertips toward each other. You can do one hand at a time if it's too intense here. So we'll stretch through the extensor, the top of the palm, top of the hands and forearms. And then releasing, walk the hands forward, active through the hands, no bend at your elbows, really feel the opening through the shoulders. And then lower the chest and lower ribs to the floor. And as you exhale, draw the lower ribs back up toward the spine here. So just notice this different movement and sensation into the shoulders and lower back. When you collapse the lower ribs down, there's more of a collapsing to the lumbar spine. When you pull it back up, it's more an emphasis through the shoulders while keeping the lower abdomen active and the lower back elongated. Just do this a couple more times. And then walk the hands back and do a few cat-cow on the ground. So shoulders over wrist, looking up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, tucking chin to chest. Tailbone tucked under, really feeling the movement through the spine, the shoulder girdle, the hips, bringing blood flow throughout the whole body. After so much slouching, we'll just bring the blood flow around, creating strength to the lower abdomen with each breath. And just slowly go and sit onto your heels. And we'll curl the toes under. We'll do some waving action with your spine. So as you inhale, drop the hips toward the ground, lift the heart, look up. And as you exhale, unroll your spine, head to the ground, hips to your heels. Again, unroll hips to the ground. Inhale, like a cobra pose, but staying on the toes. And exhale, go and sink toward your heels. Eventually press to your first downward dog. Start to paddle the feet, the toes, moving the hips to the right, to the left, bending knees. Still active through the hands, so really staying grounding from the hands and feet. Then lean to a high plank position, pulling the knee to chest and stepping to a high lunge position and to a low lunge as you drop your back knee down. Sink your hips down. As you breathe and extend your arms up and grabbing hands behind your back. Sink the hips down, lift the heart space, and maybe look up, if it's okay with your neck here, to really lengthen the throat, stimulate your thyroid gland, and exhale back to your downward dog. Readjusting feet just slightly pigeon toes, parallel with the outside, rolling onto the toes, and same as the other side, step the foot forward, high lunge to low lunge, deep breath and extend the arms up. Sink your hips down and grab hands behind your spine. Feel the opening of the heart, the shoulders, the front of the hips, really opening those hip flexors and chest as you slouch onto the couch. And exhale back to your downward dog again, readjusting feet. Gazing to the navel or the middle part of your knees. Come to a dangling position. Walk the hands toward the feet. You can stay here and dangle with your knees bent and find a relaxing inversion. Or if you like me, to come to some handstand, you can drop onto your elbows, interlace fingers, and come up to a headstand. So we'll stay active and strong into the shoulders. Push the ground away. Keep the lower abdomen active. If you want to have a little play by yourself, you can do some shapes of your choice with your legs, or you can lower the legs toward the ground without touching and then coming back up so you really feel strength into the lower abdomen. Have a little play around. If you're up to your headstand, slowly come back down. If you have your dangling position, walk back to a downward dog. We'll round your spine and come to a high plank position, taking a few breaths in here, and drop down onto your elbows. Make sure you keep your hands in line with the shoulders here. Then eventually drop to a sphinx, hips to the ground, top of the feet down, legs long and active. Keep the heart pushed forward and up. Then curling the toes under. Reactivate the lower belly, tuck tailbone and press back to a forearm plank. Push the ground away. Feel strong into the front of the body. Your whole anterior chain here, the front of the body, strong through the thigh, the toes. Keep the head long. Deep full breath and then exhale, slowly relax your hips down. Come back to a little sphinx. If you want to go further like me, keep the glute and legs active and press, straightening your arms off the ground. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, hands fully active. Then release down to your forearms again, hands shoulder width. Curl your toes under, press back to the toes, or like me if you want, you can press from the top of the feet so you have a nice stretch as well to the front of the ankles and feet. We'll hold here for a few breaths again, creating this core strength. And release your hips down. Beautiful. Extend your arms out forward. We'll do a little bit of strengthening of your back body. Extend the arms up. Try to keep the bicep against the ears and palms facing up to the ceiling so you have a full rotation at the shoulders. Lift your feet up and then pull the elbows toward the ribs as you exhale. Inhale, extend the arms up, palms facing up. Exhale, palms facing down. Pull the elbows toward the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, pull the elbows toward the side of the body. Inhale. And exhale, bring the big toes touching, interlace hands behind your back, dragging hands toward the feet to lift the chest and shoulders more. Strong into the pelvic floor. Again, releasing all to the ground. Pressing the top of the feet down. You can stay here and come up to a cobra pose as you breathe in. Or you can press to chaturanga and come up to urdhva mukha, so upward dog if you want. And exhale back to your downward dog, readjust your feet. Beautiful. Lift your right leg up to a three-legged dog. And then as you breathe out, pull your knee toward your right tricep. See if you can touch and hover here for a few breaths to eventually step the foot lightly outside your right hand. Then drop your back knee down to the floor. Grab your hands behind your spine. Inhale. Drag hands toward the floor and against your tailbone as you sink your hips down. Exhale. Lower the chest toward the ground. Bring the arms overhead. Maybe place forehead to the ground if it's available. So deep opening into the hips. Breathe fully. And then wiggle around the shoulders. Just go wherever it feels right to go. Inhale, release, arms overhead. Exhale to a warrior, but onto your low lunge. So opening your arms out. Then we'll reverse your warrior from this lunge position. And then exhale, hands down, and step back to your downward dog. Same to the other side. We'll inhale as you lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, pull the knee toward your chest. And then touch left knee to left tricep. Eventually step the foot on the outside of your hand. Drop your back knee down. Again, inhale, interlace fingers behind your spine, grabbing the hands, looking up if it's available or forward. And as you breathe out, again, falling on the inside of your legs, so deep opening through the groin, inner thigh. Again, maybe placing head to the floor if it's here, lifting the arms overhead. Keep this left foot very grounded and active to the floor. Inhale. Come up, arms overhead, and exhale to like a warrior two again onto your low lunge position. Inhale, reverse as you look up to the left palm of the hand. And then exhale as you place your hands down and step back to your downward dog. Rounding to a high plank position. Lower to chaturanga halfway, then press back up to a high plank. Again, lower to halfway, and then keep your hips down, legs long, top of the feet down. Extend the left arm forward, and with your right hand, grab the outside of your right foot. We'll do a half bow pose, Dhanurasana. Then press into this hand, keeping your arm straight. Feel the push underneath your left armpit, lifts the heart, and exhale, release. Extend your right arm forward, active through the right hand, right armpit again. Then grab the outside of your left foot and then lift to your half bow pose. Kick foot into hand, hand into foot. Beautiful. And then release down. Top of the feet down again, strong through the legs. Inhale with either cobra or upward dog, you choose. And exhale, roll over the toes and press back again to your downward dog, readjusting the feet. Slightly pigeon toes, parallel with the outside. We'll lift the right leg up again to a three-legged dog. Exhale, pull the knee to the chest. And step the foot forward. We'll come to a triangle pose. So not too wide between the feet. You can either grab your big toe or place hand in front of your shin or on top of your shin or on the block if you want. Back foot slightly in, 45-degree angle. Look to the top hand. Try to externally rotate both hips, both legs. Feeling the length into this left side of the body. So each breath in, create length. Then place hand to the side of the body, look forward and shift to a half moon position. So kick this left leg off the ground. Flex your foot and imagine you pressing against the wall. Maybe you want to extend your arms up. Maybe you want to bring hands in prayer position against your chest. You choose. But keep the rotation of the hips outward. Stepping back with control, we'll come up into a warrior two, this time into your high lunge. Back foot down as always, sinking down low, so eventually this front thigh is almost parallel to the ground. Very grounded, active through both feet. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and then exhale, place your hands down, step back, come back to your high plank, lower to chaturanga, press back up, inhale to your high plank, exhale back to chaturanga, inhale Urdhva Mukha as you look up, and exhale back to your downward dog, readjusting the feet. Then lifting the left leg up, and exhale, pull the knee to chest, step the foot forward, back foot down, Utthita Trikonasana on the other side. Again, either grab toe, place hand in front or on top of your shin or on a block. And as you exhale and find stability, look up to the top hand and breathe here. Feel this lengthening to the right side of the body this time. Try to pull the shoulder down toward the hips. And then look down to the floor, right hand to hip. Find your half moon on the other side. You can use a block if you want. You can place your hand on the floor, or you can try to take off, flexing back foot. Imagine that it's pressed against the wall, trying to find stability into the standing leg. Lifting this right hip up to the ceiling. Beautiful. How to find stability on this side for me today. Keep the gaze still. And then stepping back with control, come to Virabhadrasana 2 on this side again. Bringing arms in line with your ankles. Looking toward the front hand, looking through the hands. Again, sinking down. Feel this strength and mobility into the hips. Beautiful. Reverse your warrior as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, hands down. Step back. Again, we'll lower halfway to chaturanga. Then we'll press back up as you breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, looking up. And exhale, back to Adho Mukha, readjusting the feet. Then we'll come into a seated position. So making your way down to the floor. We'll find a little Navasana boat pose to start. So you can either stay here, knees bent, grabbing legs, or you can bring your shins parallel to the ground, or you can straighten your legs, either holding them slightly or extending the arms out. Tuck the chin in slightly, just feel this boat action. So tuck tailbone under, lift into the pelvic floor, breathe. And then slowly control down. We'll reverse this movement with Purvottanasana, a reverse tabletop. Big toes pointed to the ground. Lift the heart, drop the head back. If it's too much, bend your knees and do the same with a tabletop position. Pushing the hips up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Beautiful. We'll find a little Gomukhasana, a shoelace posture. So you can sit onto a block or a bolster if you find that it's too intense into the hips joint. Or you can do half of it by straightening your right leg out and just bringing your left leg bent. So I'll show you the other way. Right leg extended. Or like me, you can stack both knees. We'll try to have both feet on each side of your hips. And then you can either stay upright here. Or if you want to add a little bit more interlaced fingers, press the palms up and we'll find a twist here. Actually, everybody comes to a twist here. Right arm outside your left knee. Keep the spine really long as you look over to the left shoulder. We'll keep the tailbone slightly tucked and we'll find the twist from the navel up. Beautiful. Keep broadening through the chest and the back body. Look back forward as you breathe in, and exhale. We'll do the same to the other side. Crossing the leg the other way around. Again, elevate if you need, or straighten your left leg out to a half shoelace if it's a little bit too much for you here. Inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale, twist actively first, and find the hands outside your knee and behind your hips. Turning the head, looking over to the right shoulder. Every breath in lifts the heart open through the chest. Every breath out, try to relax, release deeper into this pause. Stimulating all the organs. Slowly come back, release. And then make your way down to the floor. We'll come to a little bridge posture, Situ Bandhasana. Bring the knees bent, the feet hip widths, parallel with the outside. Beautiful. And then just place the back of the shoulders down. On your inhalation, lift your hips up, grab hands underneath, and then come into the top of the shoulders. Keep the chin a little tuck, the knees toward each other just enough so you feel the action of the inner thighs working. Keep pushing up, lift the chest up and over toward your face. And then exhale, relax down. We'll do one last one. You can either stay with this option, or if like me you want to come up to a full bridge, then placing hands behind the shoulders. On your breath in, come to the top of the head, or come all the way up if you want, straight away you choose. Readjust your hand if you're onto the head, and then breathe deeply into this full Urdhva Dhanurasana. Again, active through the feet. Maybe walking the hands toward the feet if you want to go a little bit further. Wonderful. 2 more deep breaths in here. And exhale. Release the top of the shoulders and back on the ground. And release your spine. Pulling the knees against your chest. Gently rocking side to side. And then grab the feet like a butterfly position, but onto your back. Open the knees wide. Pull the feet towards your chest. And eventually come to a little happy baby posture, opening ankles on top of knees, rocking side to side, loosening up through the hips, the lower back. Keep the chin a little tuck, so the back of the neck is long and the shoulder blades down toward the floor. And then we'll do a little inversion, staying onto your back, straighten both legs up. Arms up. If you want to do a more active inversion, go ahead. Again, it's your time, your practice. Just go wherever you need. If you're in here, just relax. Allow blood flow to travel down toward the organs and settle to really nourish. Beautiful. We'll do one last movement for the core, just a few breaths to allow the back body to relax. So keep your legs either bent or straight out, arms overhead into a dish position so you feel the strength to the lower belly. And then relax to Shavasana. Allow the feet to fall on each side, palms facing up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down to the floor, eyes closed. We'll find your natural rhythm of breath. Again, keeping the back of the eyes calm and quiet, the jaw soft. Breathing naturally into your abdomen. Observing this rise and fall of the belly. With each breath, allow the body to relax deeper, to let go of any tensions left in your physical body. See if you can feel the warmth and energy created. And then just letting the mind wander wherever it wants to go. You can stay here as long as you want, as long as you have, as long as you need. I will leave you here. Thanks to have joined me. Namaste.